Sir, is there a roadmap to deal with radical Islamic terror, sir?
You have a great Prime Minister, he'll solve the problem. I have no doubt about it.
Is there a roadmap to deal with Pakistan's
Well, you have
state-sponsored
great
terror?
reporters. I wish I had reporters. We're doing better than anybody I've ever heard. When do you find these reporters? This is a great thing. You have a great Prime Minister, he'll solve the problem. I have no doubt about it.
You've mentioned President Trump, you've mentioned trade, Prime Minister Modi had during the Houston event said that you know the art of the deal. Can we expect something on a trade deal in talks today, or what the US and India can do together to boost trade ties going
Well, I
forward?
think very soon. We're doing very well, and Bob Lighthizer, who's right here, was negotiating with India, and they're very capable representatives. And I think very soon we'll have a trade deal. We'll have the larger deal down the road a little bit, but we will have a trade deal very soon.
Mr. Trump, in Houston, you said, Mr. Trump, in Houston, you said about,
You've been talking about, clamping down on terrorism from across the globe. Pakistan has been the global epicenter of terrorism, sir. You've spoke about it in Houston. How do you make sure that you clamp down on terrorism from Pakistan? Because that is posing threat to democracies like the US and India. Even the business interests suffer because of continuing terrorism.
Well, I had a very good meeting with Prime Minister Khan. It was a long meeting, and we discussed a lot. And I think he'd like to see something happen that would be very fruitful, very peaceful. And I think that will happen ultimately. I really believe that these two great gentlemen will get together and work something. I also, you mentioned Pakistan, but Iran would have to be at the top of the list, because if you look at terrorist states, that's been the number one for a long time. But I really believe that Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Khan, they get along, they will get along when they get to know each other. And I think a lot of good things will come from that meeting.
President Trump, this is the most spectacular.
Few months back, Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan admitted that 40,000 of terrorists are still in Pakistan. And yesterday at a think tank event, he again admitted that Pakistan Army and ISI trained Al-Qaeda. Separately, there are reports that thousands of terrorists are ready to infiltrate into India. In this backdrop, what you would like to give message to Pakistan?
Well, I mean, the message is not for me to give; it's for Prime Minister Modi to give, and I think he gave that loud and clear on the other day when we were together. He gave a pretty loud message, and I'm sure he'll be able to handle that situation. Yes,
President Trump, this is the spectacular show you had with Prime Minister Modi in Houston. What is the significance of this event for India-US relations and your personal chemistry with Prime Minister
Well, my
Modi?
personal chemistry is as good as it can get. I have great respect, I have great admiration, and I really like him. That's another thing. And he's a great gentleman and a great leader. And I remember India before, now not intimately, but I remember India before. It was very torn. There was a lot of dissension, a lot of fighting, and he brought it all together. Like a father would bring it together. And maybe he's the father of India. We'll call him the father of India. I think that's not so bad. But he brought things together. You don't hear that anymore. So I think he's done a fantastic job. And I think that what the event showed is how much I like the country of India and how much I like your Prime Minister. There was tremendous spirit in that room too, and they love this gentleman to my right. They really do. Those people went crazy. That was like Elvis. That was like an American. He's like an American version of Elvis. It was like we brought in the middle of an all-American deal. Elvis Presley came back. No, he was. That was quite something. They love your Prime Minister. It's a great thing.
Mr. President, United States, Mr. President, in Houston, you said that you stand with India in fight against Islamic radical terrorism. How do you see the statement coming from the Pakistani Prime Minister admitting that the Pakistani state, the ISI, trained Al-Qaeda? How do you see
Well,
and how do you deal?
I haven't heard that, and I know this, that your Prime Minister will take care of it.
Sir, is there a roadmap to deal with radical Islamic terror, sir?
It would be great if they could work out something on Kashmir. We all want to see that, I'm sure.
But isn't
We all
terror a
wanna
bigger
see it.
issue, sir? Pakistan state-sponsored terror. Is there a roadmap to deal with Pakistan
Well, you have
state-sponsored
great
terror?
reporters. I wish I had reporters like this. You're doing better than anybody I've ever heard. Where do you find these reporters? This is a great thing. No, look, you have a great prime minister. He'll solve the problem. I have no doubt about it. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.